Today we're shooting a short video on the installation of the inline tank vent filter for Norwesco purified water storage tanks. What we have here is a ventless lid for Norwesco storage tank. If you order a Norwesco storage tank, you're going to get a lid with vents in it. You can specify to receive a ventless lid, or you can order a ventless lid separately. It's its own part number. What we've done is we've taken a Hayward polypropylene bulkhead fitting and installed it right in the center of the ventless lid. You can see here on both sides. So we have a nice gasketed seal bulkhead fitting in the ventless lid. Then we've turned a Saint-Gobain polypropylene adapter into the bulkhead fitting. So what we end up with is an 1.5-inch tri-clamp inlet to the tank coming right through the center of the ventless lid. So now we're ready to talk about how to install our vent filter. Here's a look at our vent filter. This is an encapsulated hydrophobic polysulfone 0.02 micron vent filter that we have chosen for this particular application in an inline housing. And as you can see, the inlet and outlet ports on this unit are also tri-clamp. They're 1-inch tri-clamp, but that's okay because 1-inch tri-clamp and 1.5-inch tri-clamp will clamp to each other. So in order to install this inline vent filter, you will need a Saint-Gobain True Union clamp, size 1.5 inch, and some type of sanitary gasket in size 1.5 inch. The material can be your preference. In our case, we use EPDM. The first step will be to disassemble your True Union clamp. The True Union clamp is a 4-piece clamp. There is a split ring that snaps apart like this. That's half the clamp. There is an internal ferruled piece to the clamp. And you can see it's kind of shaped like a step up. And then the female portion of the clamp. When you install the internal ferrule, the narrower of the diameters has to go to the top of the clamp. Okay? So I'm looking at the clamp. The top of the clamp says Sanitech, and the narrower of the diameter of the internal ferrule is nearest the top of the clamp where it says Sanitech. Now, to use this clamp with our filter, you will need to take the split ring portion of the clamp and clamp it underneath the 1.5 inch sanitary ferrule that we've installed in the bulkhead in this manner. Okay, then we'll take the other half of the clamp and install it on the outlet end of the filter element. These filters will be marked with an outlet and an inlet. The inlet will be at the top. The outlet will be clamped to the tank lid. So we now will drop the female portion of the clamp onto the ferrule. And now I'm taking my split ferrule, and again with the narrower of the diameter facing the top of the clamp, I'm going to install it. It's a tight fit. You'll have to play with it some. Okay, took me a minute there, but I have it. So now we have our split ferrule nearest the filter capsule and at the top of the clamp. And we're ready to go ahead and install our gasket and tighten our clamp. So I take my sanitary gasket, put it in place, Bring the sanitary ferrule down. Properly place it, and now thread the clamp together. And you'll find it easier to do this by putting pressure down on the top part of the clamp and then threading the bottom part of the clamp up and in like so. Hand tight should suffice for this application. And our vent filter is installed. One last note, the ventless lids don't fit necessarily airtight on the Norwesco storage tanks. We recommend the use of a flexible PTFE gasket material. Here's a common one. And basically this has adhesive on one side and the gasket material on the other. Before you install the filter, this material can be placed all the way around the rim of the ventless lid. And you may have to cut it into a few different pieces to get it all the way around. And push this tape toward the outside of the lid. And make sure you cover fully 360 degrees around the lid. And this will aid in sealing your tank lid to the tank. So we now have a plastic inline vent filter solution. Thank you.